Jesus. Jesus. I ain't your bro. The Jan, Suka Emo, not the east of London. The steez, the drip, Bakalangam, you may be my side, the Mrs. Banban, and Luzotikri. Ewe call, blow her bet, Nashwani bet like call. Leave my crib with a new fit, I can smoke a hot nigga on smoke. Down a launch, drip, sippy skoro. Sazoba lick up the fit, take a photo. Sazoba lit, I'm the Ishmael Ok. Covered and bashed the bat to the combo. Combos combine, now they calling me copy my style and they can't do it. Count on these commas, it's causing me problems. They can't comprehend where the confidence from. Keep your compliments, I just want proper checks and come correct to get checked, huh? Checkmate, this the chest, bruh. Do this all day, ain't no flex, bruh. These diamonds they real and getting better. These diamonds they dance, come on better. These diamonds they bad, but strap, but freeze up the weather. Tell me who better, huh? Cheese, Belling ya cheese, Tshisa, everyone ya cheese, everyone ya cheese, Tshisa and Ben, Belling ya cheese, Tshisa, yeah, banyes, what's up, pepes? You got a nigga coming to bed, all the way up, whole nother level. This a new level, Kupuka level, Belling ya cheese, Tshisa, everyone ya cheese, Tshisa, Carve the slumber, cover the silokotin. They scoop the drip, Makatin. Ball so hard, Makayantin. Chasing these racks, I ain't chasing these divas. They faint when they see us. Rich, even funny malinins. In the car, and I'm feeling like Rick rocking. I'm across the rich miss. Beat it. Might need a baddie like Minnie. Might pay $1 million or maybe $1 billion as long as you walk it like Riri. If you're not scared of your dreams, you're not dreaming hard enough. Whatever you think is too crazy, it's possible as long as you can think about it.
You were watching, that was Trap. Shout out to y'all.
Hey, but stay, if you like the performance, like the video. But hey, don't cry, don't stress. There's still another performance by our boy Luba the GOAT.
Luba the GOAT.
Don't worry, guys.
Yeah. And don't worry, you're gonna hear from our boy on the left. It's not only him. Hey guys, this video, we're gonna cook.
We're gonna cook. And by the way, you can find Trap and Luba on Spotify, Apple Music, as well as YouTube. Anyway, you can find these guys.
Are you just on SoundCloud?
I'm on SoundCloud as well.
We'll operate. That's what people want to operate.
You can also find me on like your IG stories, like when you wanna put a song, like if you have a picture and you wanna put a song.
Okay.
Just write Trap Norris.
It's kind of difficult to say when you start off like I do SoundCloud or not anymore. Because back in the day, I'm not sure if you remember, it used to be like kind of.
SoundCloud was like
it was a bad, it is an awkward thing. But like I don't do SoundCloud anymore.
Levels.
I mean, I guess for me, if your music is getting out to the people, but I mean, similar to what my brother here just said, back in the day, it's like, oh, you're a SoundCloud rapper. I try to like erase that. I feel like my first single was like absolutely trash, but like I released it on streaming platforms. So I've always been, but I feel like now, it's all about releasing your music and getting it out there. So
that's true.
So SoundCloud has that perception of like types of music, like.
Well, I say for me, I feel like for SoundCloud it's a bit like late for it at this point now, because I feel like everyone's more onto YouTube and Apple Music and
Spotify.
Spotify.
Yeah, because back in the day, I'm not sure if you guys remember, not back when I was younger, like probably like 2016, there was a stereotype of like rappers who started on SoundCloud. He's a SoundCloud rapper, you know what I'm saying?
You're boxed in, you're like, straight through vibe.
I feel like as much as that's true, there was like a SoundCloud sound, like you'd get a lot of artists who sound a specific way. Like in SA, you'd get your Patrick Lee,
Willie Cardi.
Exactly. Like, you had a certain type of sound, I guess. But I feel like, as a platform, I really mess with it in terms of getting your music out there. I mean, you don't need to get a distributor, it's just upload that,
And then you will just promote on yourself.
Definitely.
Ensuring that people listen to your music, and that's
So I know. Wait, I just wanted to ask the gents, like the artists, like how did you guys get your stage names?
How did you
like,
find
what
yourself in terms of
influenced
an artist? Yeah, as a rapper.
Oh wait, actually, yeah, okay, now, yeah.
Well, like my stage name, that came like in grade 9 in high school. I used to call myself X Prodigy when I lived in Durban. When I moved here, I still used the name X Prodigy. But then my technology teacher, like me and him used to go back and forth. Like he used to say something, and I'm like, nah, sir, that's not true. Like we used to argue a lot. And then he would think that like he used to call me Chuck Norris. Like you think you know everything, you can do whatever. So I'm like, it stuck. I'm like, let me just add trap because I make trap music. Chuck Norris. I'm like Trap Norris. And then from there, it stuck. The whole school started calling me that. I was like, yeah, dude.
That's fine.
And
then,
so you changed the Chuck to Trap.
Trap Norris.
Yeah.
Okay, that's tough.
Yeah, I mean, for me, oh wow, it's a long story, but I mean, I started off as LDA. What happened? I just wanted like a name that sounded like a rapper name. It's like LDA, you know. And then after a while, I created like a little, something it stands for, which was Lux Los Angeles, which was Light of the Angels. So I released a bit of music under that name. But then COVID happened, and I feel like I had a bit of a, I don't know, I was born again, lack of a better word, but I felt like I found a different sound. I was making different type of music. And so I felt like I wanted to be genuine to me, and I started calling myself Luba, which is taken from my name, Luba Balo. So I just took that first part, Luba, and I feel like people were already calling me Luba the Goat, so I already had like that click, and I was like, Luba it is. That's how the name came.
So the Goat, like the people were already calling you Luba the Goat.
Yeah, I feel like I just had this certain like level of confidence or like too much ego. Maybe a little too much,
Yeah.
But I mean, I always used to look up to, your LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and like people were calling these guys the GOAT. So I was like, I'm a GOAT.
Yeah.
You don't know it yet, but I know it, but you'll know it one day. Right now,
that makes sense.
That's how that came about.
So Sia, what would you do that separates you from the artists?
Okay, so I'm Sia, and I have a agency that I've just started. It's called NDMH.
Okay.
ND Media House.
ND Media House.
Yeah, and it basically focuses on helping artists like them put themselves more out there and be more in people's faces.
Okay.
So you can be seen a lot more than just releasing for no reason. Yeah.
So the viewer who's watching is, if you want to make it out as a rapper, they just start saying they contact you.
Yeah.
Alright, say less. So socials will be there, you know what I'm saying? The plug.
But I just wanted to know, like, do you do like every genre or like
every I feel like it's for everyone. He can pop like if you can gain some sort of following on IG, then I feel like on everything else is a bit easier.
So it's like already coming with that fan base a little bit, and then we help like exposure. Wait, and I just want to ask you, I just ask you these questions, man, because I just want to know those questions.
Yeah.
Because you do trap and you do like
everything.
It's
hard to box myself.
And then he promotes these artists' music, so regardless. Okay.
Yeah, but like, wait, do you guys find it hard? Okay, like you two specifically, right? Do you guys feel like you're competing with like the elephants in the room, Amapiano? Because
sorry.
Look, for me, at the end of the day, when we think of Amapiano, like at the end of the day, it's basically hip hop culture. You look at how they dress, how they walk around stage, and I'm getting this hesitancy to like move from like hip hop Amapiano, but I feel like it's something we should embrace. I mean, I'll be in a club and what do they say? What was that? Winding a la limaka. You know what I mean? Like, I'm turned there. I'm there. I mean, I've done a few MC gigs. Doing Amapiano. I enjoy the space. But I definitely think, especially in SA, I mean, this is something that we're gonna bring to the world. When we think of hip hop. We think of a USA export, but this Amapiano, right? It's something we're gonna take to the world, And so, I mean, hey, look, Amapiano is doing a lot right now. It's doing too much. But at the end of the day, I mean, like it's part of the culture, And if the culture is succeeding, then we all get lifted up, So that's how I feel.
Do you think artists that don't do Amapiano, that for example, to hip hop, have to fall into the pressure to change their flow to Amapiano just to stay relevant or try to blow out?
Like Kesman Yves did that.
Yeah,
he like started.
He tried.
He's been like,
he's been on hip hop.
He's getting a taste of everything.
You know what I think with that? I think it's more about what do you want. Like, if you like feel like you have some loyalty to hip hop, like if you die, hip hop is gonna die as well. That type of loyalty, stick with it. And if that's what's making you happy, let's stick with it, carry on doing the hip hop. But if you want to grow as a musician, like if you want to be an artist, you want to be categorized as like a hip hop guy, you want to be an artist.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with like a rapper or hip hop guy that dabbles in Amapiano, that does R&B, that does gqom, because like it's music at the end of the day. You're spreading a message. No matter how you spread it, you're still spreading a message. It's like producers, like you can't need a producer that does hip hop beats then does piano beats. He's cooking beats.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, for me, like when you deep it, you know, a lot of these Amapiano artists are rappers at the end of the day. Like you look at someone like Vocalistic, you know, he started being a hip hop rapper and he's basically just rapping on Amapiano beats now, and it's hard, you know.
And Chico as well.
And Chico, you know. So I mean, there's definitely room there, but I also feel like, you know, we shouldn't box ourselves, you know, because even when you think of hip hop in South Africa, you know, we like to characterize it as like SA hip hop, you know.
Yeah.
But you look at the sound, you know, you're already getting Kwaito there, you're getting some bubblegum. I don't know if you guys know about that one, but like, you know, already there's different sounds. So I think just SA hip hop in itself is about combining so many different genres, so many forms of inspiration, you know.
Okay.
Nice stuff. And then as artists, I'm gonna sound like an interview, but at the end of the day, it's a conversation, so I'm gonna try it out. But what kind of influences you to the lyrics that you write? Is it your personal life or whatever's happening in the current situation you're in?
I think it's a
Or you
mixture.
guys just be lying.
Or you just be lying?
It's like it's a mixture of both. You know, like sometimes if I wanna make like a hit song, if I wanna make a song like that's gonna like resonate with like not even resonate actually, let's just gonna be like catchy and like stick with the people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes like let me just say something that's not 100% true.
Sure.
Then I'll tell myself now I'm just manifesting it into existence. So
Like shout out,
I'm not lying.
my fault. Like shout out to Lil Tecca. Lil Tecca's hard, right? But like he's one of the artists that I know who like lies about being hard, but like he made it out. Like he lies about like, you know, being hard or like
twin Glocks.
Yeah, Glocks and all of that. But like I don't think he's about that life. I don't know him like that. But from what I can
That's
see,
what you see.
is what I see.
Wait, but
Yeah.
so then I feel like it's all about, I would say, perception in a way.
Okay.
Like if you decide to be like a rapper, then you need to kind of behave in the way that rappers do, so you can be seen as that artist.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I definitely hear him, but I feel like for me, it also depends on your creative process, you know.
Yeah.
For me, like the songs are write what I feel in that moment, you know, or just write about something that's happening. But there's also songs where I'm like, I mess with this beat, this flow would go hard, you know. There's a song I'm releasing soon. We'll communicate soon. It's coming. No shit. But in that song, you know, I was like, I'm a Xhosa guy and I don't really rap in Xhosa much, you know. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna rap in Xhosa in the song. So I did, right? As I'm listening to the song, I'm like, yo, Maclara, go hard on this. Like, I'm just thinking to myself. So I try to like rap like Maclara, and I was like, you know, doing some Spitori. And I don't even understand it, but I just like, I went online Spitori dictionary. I mean, I speak a bit of Sotho, so I could fit it in, you know. But so that's basically how that song came about, you know. And just the creative process. But what I say in that song, it's not like I live that every day. I mean, I'm not from Mamelodi, guys, so I never been. But like, you know, it's just some of the stuff, how the creative process works for me, you know.
I also think that there's a certain degree of like cap rap like you can actually have until it catches up to you. Like you can get away with it until like a certain point. Like look at like, I don't wanna like throw hate or like shade, but I look at like Lucas raps, like that caught up to him like heavily. Like the lifestyle he portrayed to be living and like the lifestyle he actually was, it wasn't matching, and the fans were like, what's going on now? And that's why like artists like who are still coming up before he was coming up had like, because they were more authentic. Like now, like you know, I know this guy. Like you know, like I saw him when he was traveling, taking buses and everything, and he was rapping about it, and like I could relate. He was like, I don't know if it's lying per se, but like he was over exaggerating what he had and what was going on, and then like people, it didn't resonate with people. So then
I think I don't know. Go ahead.
So does this mean that his house wasn't actually his one? I don't know.
Check your. What I heard, because I don't know him. I don't know anyone that knows him. I'm not his friend. So like now I can't be like, no, because Trap said so now. But from what the public knows, as far as we know, the house, he lied about owning it. He was renting the house, and then I don't know what happened, but he moved out of the house now. And he said because the complex or the estate he was living in didn't allow pit bulls. And if you think about it, does that really make sense? But like, I don't know.
But at the same time, we don't know. It's kind of tricky because like as you hear from him, I don't know Lucas raps, right? but I don't even know if you remember Willie. Me and Willie met him at the same time.
We met at KFC.
Yeah, we met him at KFC. But like from the interaction that we met with him, he sounds like he's a nice guy. And I think
and he actually played us an unreleased song.
Yeah, he played us like 2 unreleased songs, but like shorts. And I think rappers fall into not the temptation or the pressure into having this lavish lifestyle or doing this cap rap so that they have to do it. And when it catches up to you, it's like, damn, what can I do from here? And it's kind of tough because now that he has this image, it's kind of hard to move from this image because he's a genuine guy. I don't know, but like from the interaction I had with him,
he probably is a very
Bro, so you think it goes down to that perception of like, okay, hip hop artists should do things like this. This is how they should live. Look, I'm a piano artist. This is how they should live. Do you guys like ever go, like, put yourself in that pressure of like, hey, just to be seen by the public in a way to hear my music, let me act a certain way. You understand? Because probably you'll find like there's a guy who's maybe traditional. You understand? Where's like he's just traditional. Like if he's a Xhosa, you understand? Like he just wears traditional clothing, but he does rap. You know, but his identity is being himself. You know, do you think it's hard for that guy to kind of like sell his stuff to people so that people can listen to that?
Because he has to fit in a box.
He has to fit in a box
of how rapper looks.
I think maybe like 10 years ago, like 10, 15 years ago, it would be harder. But now I think everyone is so like, everyone copies each other and like there's such a typical like, oh, he's a rapper look or like that people are looking for something like different. Like they want to hear something like different. Like I think I'm not too sure, but like how you guys feel.
I mean, like for me, you know, as a rapper, you know, when I go out on stage or you know, if I'm just out, you know, I want to look good. You know, it's gonna be like, I saw that. Like I want to look good. You know, obviously I have certain influences in terms of how I dress. You know, in terms of how I do things. I mean, hip hop culture. You know, the way we talk. You know, a whole lot of things. But I feel like, I mean, it really depends on the person, you know, because in SA, you think about a rapper like Sjava, you know. I mean, man is the most laid-back guy. You don't see Sjava out here rocking Balenciagas, you know, Amiri pants, Amiri jeans, you know. Like, you don't necessarily see him like that, you know, but it's all about a public perception thing now because what are people going to think about him? Are people going to buy his shows, you know? So it's about public perception, but I also think it's about you as the artist, you know, are you being true to yourself, you know?
It goes out to what you actually like want. Because everyone wants to be a superstar. Not everyone can be Blackie. That's impossible. Not everyone can be an AKA. And the successful rappers who aren't as famous as them, like look at like KZN. There's guys like Zakwe, Duncan. Go to KZN, like those guys like the best rappers that people from KZN know. But just because they're not an AKA or like Casper, Blackie, people don't see them as like a measure of success. And like not everyone can be a Blackie. That's just, it's not practical.
True.
And do you guys know, or right now in the present moment, or even in future when you're still making music, the impact of your lyrics and songs or what you're promoting, what you do outside of life of music, if you get what I'm trying to ask?
And I think like, because like, I don't know, because like I feel like most, even content creators, like, and musicians, like you guys undermine, I think that's the right word, or like, you're not really knowledgeable or like know how much impact you have on like just some random kid's life. Like just do whatever you say now. It's like one of those things. And then I guess I don't know if this is the right word, but like it builds a cult. You know, in a way, like and it's not like a good or bad thing. Because then, I mean, it has good and bad outcomes.
Yeah, it has a good or bad outcome. It depends on the artist you are. But I do think like it is a serious thing. Like. Especially amongst like hip hop or like music lovers, like kids are very like, impressionable, and like with like music, before it even becomes like, it gets to like the selling point. It's the what the kids like, that what they make it popular. Like high school kids make what's popular for like everyone else, for like the faster kids to go and buy it. So and they're the most impressionable ones. So like it is very important to watch what you say and how you act, but also it goes back to like the culture and society we live in. Like what kind of culture allows like external people to raise their kids? Do you get what I'm saying? If like you live in a culture where like there was like what's the name? Nuclear families and everything like that, right? I don't think like a Black or Future would have the same impact he had on kids as he actually does have like now. But obviously like it's from like there's gang points of view. You could look at it from like from the artists, from like parents raising their kids, from the kids themselves. But like I do think artists have the responsibility of like nurturing or like spreading an image or spreading a message actually on like the kids.
Yeah.
But how much of responsibility they should take, I don't know how much they should take and like blame they should take. But the responsibility is there. But like it's 50-50. The parents, is it teachers at school? Because like it's a whole bunch of things that shapes one person. So it's hard to be like, it's just the rappers, it's just the Amapiano guys, it's just the parents, just the...
And I think what really said in episode 11 that artists these days have more control than even your past or your family. They have the ability to change how you think spiritually or anything. It's true, because I think we should like address the elephant in the room. In terms of, I'm not sure if you guys have watched the music video or Doja Cat's music video. Have you seen that?
I heard about it. I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
I can't even watch that.
I heard about
it.
That, bro. That's just...
that's
I don't know why. Okay, in my opinion, I don't know why, like, a lot of people watched it and were like, oh my goodness, I need to turn to God. I need to read my Bible more. I need to, do stuff now. You're only realizing now when she's not the only one promoting that thing, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm asking you guys, when you write your lyrics and all of that, why is it that you don't care? The reason I'm saying you don't care is because you're making money out of it. So you can literally promote nonsense like smoking weed or doing whatever or outlandish behavior, but just because you're making money from it, you're gonna promote the music. It's okay. You get what I'm trying to say? But I'm not saying you guys. I'm not putting your picture. I'm just realizing as rappers.
I think it depends as well. Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, some artists will like promote like certain narratives that are like, why would you be doing this? But then in terms of like the lyrics in their songs as well, some of them, not all of them, it's like lifestyle. It's like,
exactly.
If I smoke weed every day,
true.
It's my point of reference. Like, I'm a rap about it. If I have 10 girlfriends,
the only problem comes in when Future says I'm smoking weed every day,
and he doesn't do it,
and now you think, me, I'm smelling. Let me also smoke a blunt because Future is smoking a blunt.
Now, me, the only issue is that like there are people who like rap or write lyrics about their life happening. Then you just get rappers like, fair that you guys said y'all do cap, but like to a certain ain't no cap, but then you just get like, don't you? I hope you guys, I don't know, do you guys ever fall in that pressure of like maybe capping a little bit, because probably the people who are being real, will probably get like the best music because they are being real. That's their lifestyle, and probably you are looking at that market in the sense that let me kind of like reference from this to cap a little bit so that I can be on that level.
Nah, can I tell you what, for me, I feel like at the end of the day, it's about your ability as an artist, right? Like, I see music as art, right? As like an art form, and there's many ways in which you can tell your story, because at the end of the day, you're trying to get a story across, right?
Yeah, true.
Now with hip-hop music, you get a lot of like music which is meaningless, but we're just trying to have fun on the beat, But for other music, I definitely feel like there's certain experiences you can tell, right? And it depends on how you write them down, how you pen your words in a sense, right? That will make what you're trying to say skillful, right? And so I think comparing the stories of saying this one went through this, or this one went through this, right? It's not going to catch you anyway. It's about how you tell your own story, right? Do you own your story, right? Because at the end of the day, it's your story, it's your emotions, right? And people want to like hear that part about you, So it honestly depends on that. But then at the same time, I feel like, it depends on the fan base you have as well and how you interact with your fan base, right? Because obviously people are going to look at what you do. People are going to look at how you conduct yourself, right?
Yeah.
And with regards to your music, like, you also it has to be a thing of you knowing that, like, I'm leading people in a certain way. And so when I write music, like, sometimes I'll write a song, right? And I'll be like, okay, I don't know about that word. Let me use a different word, right? Because I know who's listening to my music, right? If my mom's gonna listen to this, what is she gonna think, right? And I feel like I have fairly calm friends, so they'll be like, But there's no need for me to like shamelessly be defaming women, like, for no reason at all in my raps, right? So just stuff like that, I think we should be conscious of, I mean, I like white rappers, who like are in hip hop and like don't use the N-word, because like I don't want to like give them credit or anything, but I mean, for a lot of people, they just throw it in there, right? They throw it in their raps, right? And that's it. But for white rappers, they can't do that, So it forces you to have to be more skillful, right? And so even for like rappers, try to be more skillful. Find another word to talk about what you want to talk about instead of those words.
Be creative,
Be creative, Let's think outside the box,
Nah, I visit that. For the artists that are watching right now, and Ananda said, I have a question towards, how does it feel that a female artist can blow up faster than you just because she shows cleavage more than you, or okay, pause, not more than you,
Bro,
but she shows cleavage.
it's not even cleavage.
But like she just does it.
What else is it, bro?
They show not even
yeah,
cleavage.
most
All
of
the
them
things,
show
the things
everything.
they rap about
Yeah.
is just full of lust and all of that. You know, it's kind of tough. I'm not gonna bash.
Yeah.
Huh?
Nah, carry on.
I'm not bashing Uncle Waffles, right? Because he doesn't DJ Tshisa,
Performer
nah,
in a
she's a
way.
performer.
Yeah.
right? But at the same time, she still had the same production. No, management,
Management.
right? Management, and the other guy, which his name
Slade.
is Slade. Yo, my fault, bro. I don't know his name.
Yo.
Being under the same, respectfully, don't know his name, but being in the same
Management,
yeah,
same
Sam under the
management.
same. But then why do you
Oh,
think
why
she
you-
blew up quicker?
Will it quicker?
Let's be honest. We
Ah,
see.
but it is like is this how the world is
Performer.
now?
Because
Yeah.
it's
men have try, like men are just last. Bro. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
That's
bro.
the
Boy.
thing.
Okay.
I agree.
My 2 cents now. Like you also have to think, right? Not every manager is going to be the right fit for an artist, right?
Yeah.
So you might not be equipped to blow up in this certain space, right? So maybe with the Slate child, it's that. But genuinely, I feel like that combo, you know, I'm not sure what the management agency is called. It's left my head. Creative corner, yeah. That combo for Uncle Waffles, like they're really doing the most for her, right? They're putting all their resources into her. So for me, it's not a surprise that Uncle Waffles is touring USA and everything right now because like that was designed. That's not by surprise. Like
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, true.
that was designed. You know.
Do you think if she didn't show her cleavage or just wore the way,
No way.
you should make it?
Yo, you think
No,
so? You
I don't
think,
think-
you
I
think
think-
Bella she wouldn't have gone that far?
I think
USA.
should still be successful. Like I don't want to take away from her success.
Yeah, true.
I think should have gone to where she is a bit harder. I'm not
Yeah.
saying now I wanted to struggle now, like
No.
now, like no, like no, like I'm happy for her.
Hold up,
But
though.
I don't think she should have got there as quick. Cause she grew up relatively. She got to like America. She has her own burger. She has her own thing at KFC. Lady, come on, double cock. Which deal? Name a big deal. Double cock has like.
Dog.
She also has a KFC deal.
Yeah, what
That's
deal?
Rocco.
Yeah, I don't
What
know what it
deal?
is, but there's a genuine
Not endorsement.
Check it,
Not
check it.
endorsement. Not endorsement. Endorsement is one thing. Everyone gets endorsed.
I'm-
Waffles has a burger with
A waffle.
things.
More time, it's even waffles.
Yeah, that's it.
You got waffles, bro. Like,
Waffles.
you can have KFC in the
Side
waffles.
tangent, though, that burger is not nice, but let's carry
We tried it first.
That-
I wanted
waffles
to
are-
try it.
Yeah,
but-
I want
Yeah,
to
I
try.
gotta try.
We just had
Okay,
the-
now,
But I'm
but
gonna
like,
still try it.
Yeah.
let me take
Yeah.
it back, right? Like, let me take it back, right? I feel like with Waffles, the whole conversation, right? Like, I feel like she's blowing up as well because Amapiano's blowing up globally, right?
Yeah, true.
So a lot of her success is people just like trying to figure out, hey, what's that thing they got going on in Africa? You know?
Yeah.
Hey, let me tap in. Oh, Uncle Waffles. Oh, she pretty. Okay, you know, let me tap in.
Yeah.
Plus
But like,
one.
does that take away from her talent, right? I feel like when it comes to being a DJ, we all like very specific. Oh no, she's actually not DJing. She's not twisting or whatever. But I feel like with Uncle Waffles, she's a performer. Like I said, like she's a performer,
she's a performer.
and she's a good performer, right? Like she dances on stage. She keeps that energy up. Her sets last 1-2 hours. Like she can go for a while, right? And I feel like with Uncle Waffles, like if you can't acknowledge that she had an evolution, then I feel like you're just being a hater, right? Because she went from Adiwele performing videos of Adiwele to trending like that to her dropping you know, so now she has her own sound, right? That's changed, right? So I feel like already the Uncle Waffles name's changed. Was some lady from Eswatini who's a DJ to now she's a global brand. I mean, even countries are fighting for you. We wanted to be South African, but
Another chat is though, like with the Adiwele thing, that wasn't her song. That Adiwele is not her song. That's the song.
no, yeah.
She
but then
performed.
I feel like she also contributed greatly to the success of that song.
Yes,
No, that's
exactly.
true. But I'm saying like that's not her song, and like a lot of people know her just from like that, like the video. Not a lot of people. I know her from the Drake video when he posted her, and then I saw like other like Creative Corner, like other magazines, like social media magazines posting. Like it was a big deal that she was posted by Drake.
Yeah.
Like that on its own was its own narrative.
When we
That
say Drake
this girl
wants
was posted by Drake, and
I
like Drake
remember,
wants to like.
Yeah.
He wants to
Okay.
snack her type vibes, and that was the whole narrative. Not that her performance was crazy.
The fact
Not
that,
that-
that was the reason behind that.
And that's what I'm saying.
No,
it's-
but guys,
like
like,
Drake is
No.
posted Kabza the Small.
Huh?
Drake is posted Kabza the Small.
but the thing
But
is,
like,
the thing
yeah,
is,
the same.
that's like, comes with this
Look at every girl. Look at every girl Drake posts, and like their careers like they go up
And they got
quite crazy.
better.
Georgia Smith,
Ice Spice.
No,
Ice Spice.
yeah, all of them.
Gone.
Okay,
It's
no,
because
They
of
skyrocket. And I think
Yeah, but Ice Spice is a
because of
different.
it's because of him. Like he is Drake. at the
He
end
is
of the day.
Drake.
because of
Yeah.
his
But-
name as well.
But the reasons why he
behind
did it-
though.
reflects to why
Oh, yes,
people go to her shows. You get what I'm saying? It's the lustful nature of most bros.
Exactly, that's why I agree with you. I'm not taking away her talent. How
No,
hard
she's
work. She
great,
worked.
she's fire.
Shout out to her. But I'm telling you now, if she didn't wear or she didn't do the extra effort into her outfits, bro. It's all a byproduct of lust, bro. Us as guys, we did all the hard work in terms of making her blow up. Us as guys, like going and following her and all of these things. I'm telling
having
you,
a crush on her, the guys that go to her shows with the big spenders, the guys that buy the ace and spades. Those guys are like a big part in like how she became famous. Without those, and it's not like a nice thing, like, you know, like, because our society is just very messed up. Like, you have to like restructure, like, look at how we see things, how we see women and everything like that. But like, there wouldn't be Uncle Waffles burger without those gents. But and our hard work. But the Uncle Waffles burger, you know how like Uncle Waffles burger with KFC, not like just like you can go buy it at some quarter shop, whatever. Like KFC.
And KFC is not even like a South African brand even.
I'm trying to think of like artists who are parallel with deals like that, and it's like Casper and AKA.
Yeah.
And they've been in the music game for how long? 10 plus years.
Yeah. See, I feel like her managers are changing the game. Because we're talking about Uncle Waffles in the SA dynamic. Sure, now you go to USA, some rapper we've never even heard of out of Brooklyn is securing deals with Subway. You look at that, it's management though.
Yeah. It is. That's what I'm saying. I'm not taking away all the credit. Shout out to her and the management. Yeah, we're not hating. But the things you do, things you wear, bro, it sums up to all of it. I'm sure it's part of the strategy. Like, hey, you're gonna wear this.
It is.
It's definitely like a way of marketing. Yeah, because it doesn't work the same way for females and males. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I want you to ask, is it her fault or did she just
capitalize? She's capitalizing on like.
Yeah.
It's not her fault.
She benefits off it.
It's not her fault.
Yeah, it's not her. Wow.
No, it's not her fault.
It's not her
I
fault.
feel like I think she's so into it now.
Yeah,
they don't even see it. It's like it's blind.
Exactly.
to
That's
you.
why she's so much
Whether it's good or
smarter.
wrong,
Exactly. She's so much smarter than all the guys because she's gonna continue wearing this, knowing she's gonna get a reaction from guys like this, and she's not gonna stop because her wallets are getting bigger. You know what I'm saying? She's getting taller.
But now it goes down to that
shorter.
thing of like soul type of a thing, like because especially you say it's not her fault, ne?
Yeah.
We do have this thing where if she wanted to do it, I guess then she wanted to do it.
Yeah.
But it's that thing where like, okay, if the bag is gonna be this big, that's where the decision comes in. It's like, okay, she did it for the man.
Yeah.
You understand?
I don't think in a practical term like Satan. I think like it's in terms of like your morals and your values and like your ethics. Like if I'm a person like I don't like I'll never like respect to everyone, but I'll never be gay. But then if I start promoting gay music, that's me selling my soul. That's selling myself, part of myself.
True,
like I'm compromising my own values to like promote other like.
I
feel like for me, it's all just Hollywood, man. Like taking it back to like Doja Cat, right?
Yeah.
That's I genuinely don't believe Doja Cat is out here praying to Satan in the morning. I just feel like it's Hollywood. I feel like they know this is gonna trend.
Yeah.
They know this is gonna cause some stuff. Let's do it, right? And it happens a lot. Like Hollywood has this obsession with like, ooh, devil this, Satan this, right?
Yeah.
And I guess from a moral point of view, you gotta look at it, right? So can you sell your soul? I feel like you can compromise on your morals, you know? That happens a lot. We see it. But like to that extent, I don't know. But I really just don't believe she's involved in it like that.
And also your soul isn't yours to sell. Like you can't sell yours. Like your actual soul is not yours to sell. So that's why I believe you can't actually like I'm giving it away to like
I disagree. I disagree. Because the reason why I said that is because I have a moral on my own that I started this year. I'm like, you see, any artist that I know that sold their soul, I'm not gonna listen to them. Why? Because they're promoting Satan's agenda.
All the lyrics. Apparently, it opens portals.
Yeah.
All of that.
Like I was, you know, like how TikTok just goes crazy with like the Christianic videos.
Yeah.
Like you know that whole new age of like. Repent.
Yeah.
It's right. I get it. You know, sometimes it's how you know. Hey, stop if you don't love God.
Yeah, bro. Those things.
And then you're like, yo.
Those things piss me off, bro. They kind of change. They make a lot of people that wanna become a Christian. They chase them away.
Yeah. You know, like those type of things. But I was hearing like they were like, no, if you listen to like they were saying they were like. Displaying all the artists that have sold their souls and signs that they did sell it.
Yeah.
And they're like, so don't listen to this person because it opens portals for demons. In like the space that you're actually. So if we actually sat here and listen to like Travis Scott, because he supposedly sold his soul, like there'll be open portals of demons or whatever, and they'll be walking around here. And, like,
I'm not Christian like religious per se, but like I can see from like I don't know, from my own perspective how I understand what that person's saying is like. Maybe let's say I make like demonic music, right?
Yeah.
Maybe not like trap. Like I'm not per se evil. I'm not in those cults. But the message I'm spreading is inspiring people to be like that, or like
exactly. It's
so like
leading them astray.
The devil is speaking without me like even knowing, but like the devil is speaking through me, and like now like.
And the problem is that it's not you. Like that's not you.
It's not like me. Like so I'm not religious like that, but like I hear like kind of like
I just say that I'm religious, I'm a Christian, so I believe that it's a form of antichrist and it's leading a lot of people away from God. That's why I chose as a decision of like Omulemo, I'm not gonna listen to that because it's leading me astray, it's making me confused.
Sometimes it's hard not to listen to it.
And it's hard because that's the
like
thing.
Drake just dropped.
Like Drake, exactly.
Six God.
Exactly
he
that.
Like that.
Yeah.
And then they say, but you're gonna listen to the album. So it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard, and it's just the whole thing of my most important thing is inner peace, knowing that okay, I'm not stressed out and my spirit is I don't know, I'm sounding like I'm rapping. But from my point of view is that I'm not gonna allow anything else externally to mess that up. Because the lyrics that they're promoting or the things I see Doja Cat's video, bro, that messes you up. Like it's kind of scares you, bro. The fact that I don't know this person, but she came out, she sold her soul. Imagine you're sleeping at night and you're hearing Plumik demons whispering in your ears. That's messed up. So I try to stay away from that, bro. And you know, that's what I'm saying. As a rapper, you gotta know what you're promoting as well.
You know, the only problem I think there is with this whole concept of like satanic rituals or whatever, that it's like they're comfortable showing it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You understand? Exactly. They're just so comfortable, like hanging on a roof upside down. You have horns and like that's weird.
But you know,
Sam Smith, Lil Uzi's performing with like
Sam Smith, especially like that awards thing as well. That awards performance.
Just the thing with that chat, it's a selling point because they know like okay, check here. There's three crowds of people. There's the ones who maybe are like satanic. There's the guys who are in between who are like indifferent, and then there's like the extremely religious people. All three of the people will spread the message of what they're doing. Like, but did you see that? Don't listen to that music. That it's a selling point. I think it's like a marketing strategy because like I don't think like it's something that they just want to do for fun or like because it hurts your like image. Especially like at home with their families, I'm sure it must be like awkward. Yeah. But from a selling point, I could see why like no, okay, check here. I could get like a whole bunch of Christian people to start bashing my music. That's they bashing the music is still gonna be promoting my music regardless.
And it's that thing where like don't listen to that music, you're gonna vibe.
And you know it's gonna cause like conflict and division between her actual fans, like the ultra fans, and like the people who aren't even religious or people who are like anti-religion but who aren't her fans. Who still like back her, and then there's the people who are religious like nah. It's gonna cause more.
And it's just promoting the song. And then everyone,
and that's it. Then the marketers are done, bro. Yeah. The business people they are done. Their job is done.
Like, you could find she goes to church every day even.
Yeah,
but like
true.
That she did a job and like
And I'm not sure if you saw because you know Carson and he's close with Lil Uzi, but there's a part on his stream where he's supposed to like go check Uzi's story, and he goes and checks and then he sees the Antichrist and he clicks out and he starts praying. He's like, man, why do people start doing this? It's kind of hard now because if you like genuinely mess with someone, your friend, right, and then artist or whatever, and they mess with that, it kind of like breaks the relationship because they're going against what you're going against as well. So it's like, hey, bro, music is, hey, bro, it's really important, bro, because besides pictures, it's the only thing that can give you nostalgia or make you reminisce about the past. Besides pictures,
and music really, is powerful. Bro.
It's powerful.
No, like we said, it's an art, bro. It's like.
You have to choose wisely, bro.
But I think before it even gets to the music, it's a societal thing and like societal norms. It's a supply and demand thing. No one's gonna be rapping about I got 10 hoes, 3 bitches. If on Metro or on YFM on all these channels they're playing gospel. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be too scared to be rapping about that. But if all I'm hearing on radio, and the only way to blow up. If this girl, I did that to that girl, this girl did that, I have this house about this chain. If that's like the pattern, I go to YFM, that's what I'm hearing. The top 5 songs have those similar topics. I go to Metro, they have those similar topics. I go to wherever, and I go to Trace. Those are the vibes that I'm hearing. Of course, as someone who's aspiring to be within that industry, I'm like, nah, actually, let me just like, this is what people want to hear.
Yeah.
To what extent do artists feel like they need media? Let's say like the uncultured collected thingy.
Or culture connect.
Yeah.
I think media, if you want to become like a blackie again, like media and like media management, it's like 50%, 70% of the job. and then like the rest is like hard work and like talent. And I think hard work will be like 20% and hard work like 10.
I see Luba disagrees.
No, not that I disagree. Actually, no, I disagree.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Nah. You can be the hardest artist under the sun. Nah. You can rap. Yeah, you can do your thing. Nah. But like, I feel like there's only so much you can do if you don't understand how social media and the sort of current media situation we're in right now works. If you don't understand that, you're not going to blow up. Like, generally speaking, hence when I keep mentioning Uncle Waffles, like, you know, there's people who post on TikTok with like a media plan. They know in the month of May, I'm going to post on this day, on this day. We're going to post this content. We're going to post this content. Like you start to see, right? So I feel like as an artist, right? I mean, as much as I can release music and like, you know, have fun with it, express myself, depending on your intention, you also got to start understanding that aspect of things, right?
Yeah.
You know, are you going to release your song on a Tuesday afternoon when people are at work? Or you're going to release on Friday when people are about to go out? Like, you know, there's certain things you have to think of, you know? So I think media in that sense plays a big role. And I feel like it's something people should learn. But even like outside of music, just in general, like where we are now, you know, your corporate life, media is like a big thing, you know?
Yeah, I think with music it's easier to determine media. Because, for example, let's say with Boyz Aloud, we know other podcasts are talking about this or being into this detail, right? But the fact that they have better management or uploading and all of that, then of course you're going to see it first. But with music, it's all about reaching to your target audience or getting your type of, you know, the people want to hear your music, which is hard in the terms of like, how much you work. I'm not being biased, but a lot of rappers that I know are kind of lazy, if I'm being honest with you. Like, they're not really, they're hungry, but they're not really to work or be hands-on deck. And if you have like a team behind you, it's even easier. But you're not fortunate to have a team behind you. Most of the time, it's just one of fun. You're alone. So knowing how to upload, like, and all of that, that's why I do agree with Luba.
No, but I think it's also about empowering yourself with skills, you know, just like learning the game. I mean, in the position I am right now, right? I mean, I never really had access to like, you know, producer, someone to do a music video, like, you know, all those, or A&R, let me even say A&R, right? I feel like that forced me to kind of like learn, okay, now I have to write an EPK. I want to go perform at this place. Now I need to write an EPK. Now I need to do this, right? I need to send that to the person. Okay, now I need a sound writer, okay? Now I need to figure out what that is. So it's also about empowering yourself, right? At the end of the day. But also as an artist, I feel like, especially if you want to like be an artist and take something like this really seriously, you have to really plan it out, right? If you're just gonna jump into the deep end, you're probably gonna drown, bro. You know, so don't jump into the deep end. Like, sit on the pool, feel how deep it is, you know, get used to the movement, and then let's swim, like, you know, but just like be structured with it, you know. I mean, it's kind of a crazy demand, you know. This is something I'm doing right now, right? I mean, I want it to be more consistent with how I'm releasing my music, right? But I also acknowledge that, hey, I have a lot going on, right? It's kind of crazy to be recording 4 songs every week or 4 songs every month, right?
Yeah.
But my plan was like, okay, I'm going to do like a sprint. I call them sprints, you know, or bursts, you know? I'm going to record a whole bunch of music, right? I'm going to compile it. And once I feel like, okay, no, this is cooking, right? Then I know I can start what I want to do, right? I'm going to start my campaign. I'm going to be consistent with it. Every 2 weeks, every month, I'm going to release something. Then we're going to follow with a social media plan. But I feel like even your perspective towards it has to change. You know, you have to look at it differently from even probably a more business point of view, you know?
Yeah.
May I please ask then, why isn't that artists do not put, let's say, themselves more out there by being more, like by interacting more with their followers? Yeah, like let's say their followers.
Yeah. It's like artists, upcoming artists have this thing of like comparing themselves, like, I know I fall on this trap as well, comparing ourselves to like established artists. You see, like, I'll have like 3,000 followers on Instagram. I'm like, nah, but like, no, to make my Instagram look cool, let me unfollow like 1,000 to make the following rich look now. Because Blackie and he has 1 million followers and he only follows 500 people. So now I can have 3K followers and follow like 5K followers. And the thing is, the road and the journey is not the same. Like, once you're there and where you are, you can't be comparing, like, and that's what kills us, like, and it's pride and ego as well. It's like, and I don't want to feel like I'm begging now for people to like listen to my music and stuff like that.
That's fine.
So you don't want to feel like you're begging, but like, don't you think it's like what he's saying, like that loyalty as well, you know, building, like, not to say like a relationship with your audience, but understanding them, you know, in a sense that you engage with them as well. I remember there was a time, who's this guy? Easy E, if I'm not mistaken, was sending out messages to people saying, thank you for following me. You know, stuff like that is kind of like a way to like, besides like people don't have to like be there for your music also.
Only.
Yeah.
And
You know,
a good example of that
yeah.
thing is what's it called? This guy Russ.
Right.
Russ, he like drops a song like every week, and like some songs are with the label, some songs are like he owns them.
He owns,
But like he's very like he interacts with these fans. Like he's very like there's no barrier. Like there's no like like Russ is some famous guy. Like with these fans, they know like
they know.
But also with that, it comes to what do you wanna be. Do you wanna, is your end goal to be a superstar like Blackie, or do you like just wanna enjoy making music and make money off your music? Russ, he's enjoying making music and he doesn't want to be like,
and he's content with what he
and he's
is,
content. Like if you had the hunger or desire to be like NBA young boy, I don't think he'd be doing the things. But he's very happy and like he should be like he's making a lot of money.
Yeah, true.
The way
But like,
he is.
it doesn't go down to people like Russ, in a sense, like kind of look like you have people like your J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, who don't fall in that trend. You know, who have their own, but they are superstars. You understand? Because they just chose to do their own music. But look what it's doing for them. Probably they didn't even see this thing of like, yo, this is the fame I can get.
A huge part for that though. They have record labels though.
Yeah.
So like,
okay.
They have media
That's
management
some
and
conversation.
everything.
Yeah.
Russ.
Okay, so
I use Russ
Russ
as an example because he's
not signing in a record label. So a record label kind of has an influence
A
to
huge-
how you
does,
put your
yeah.
stuff
A huge
out there.
influence,
A
like-
major influence how you put your stuff out there as well.
See, I'm 50-50 on that now. Record labels is a very big part of the industry, sure. Now I get that now. But now, 2023, the time is finishing.
There's no record label.
The time for record label is finishing. Like back in the day, even like before streaming platforms, before your Spotify, iTunes, right? Like releasing music was a whole process. You had to like see a lot of people, get a lot of signatures signed, get a lot of things printed, right? Like it was a whole process, right? I feel like now things have changed, right? And I feel like we're at a point where you can take on that role. That when you in a record label, they're gonna give you an A&R, they're gonna give you a head of marketing, they're gonna give you, they're
gonna give
like
you
they're
all
gonna
those
give
things,
you all
like what
those things,
Omar
right?
was saying.
I feel like the artists should empower themselves with that skill, with those skills, right? And that's basically how you're gonna replace the record label, right? And I feel like it's something that Rust does. I mean, we can release our own music on streaming platforms, right? But then again, you also have to start working on quality, right? You can't release something on streaming platforms, expect to blow out, but it's not even like good quality, right? So as artists, we gotta start taking ourselves seriously, taking our listeners seriously, right? But even with that being said, I feel like the position I'm in right now, right? If a record label came back, I feel like that would make my job so much easier, right? Because I'd have access to all that A&R. I'd have someone to do it professionally for me. Your promo shoots, your video shoots. Whereas as an independent artist, you're absorbing all those costs, right? Because it is costly at the end of the day, right? But then again, we also have to weigh the options considering, the reputation record labels have, in the current climax, So, yeah.
But that's why I decided to start an agency instead of a record label as per se, to help manage that part of you being on your own, and I just help put you out there. And when you yourself can do everything on your own, like release on your own, instead of having me and all of that.
Yeah, because another thing about like record labels is kind of like they're creating like a persona that you should kind of like take out there, like with your music and all. And that's the problem, is that like already you need to like compromise on who you are to a certain extent, just so that you can at least blow up and get the money and all, and have the fame and all of that. So that's why I feel like, hey, like what you say, like record labels.
And I think it's also just about living up to expectations. Because if I'm being signed by a record label that has had people like Drake, like Yachty, and like all these people, it's like, oh, now you're in there. Now it's like now you must like live up to that.
Wasn't
that person's real action. You see like a lot of artists.
Like with so fake.
You wonder like why like this guy hasn't dropped it for like 3-4 years. It's because like the record label puts that pressure. Like they could make an album and the record label like, nah, we're shelving it. We're not gonna drop this now. Wait, and it's like it wasn't even his choice. Now it's the label's controlling his music.
That's the thing that we have to understand. Record labels are businesses, right? At the end of the day, they have targets to meet. They have money to make, right? And so even you as the artist, like there's a whole lot of things you have to think about, right? Like if you're not gonna graft and you think it's gonna be easy at a record label, you have to realize who you're competing with, right? You're all competing for the same resource, right? That's what happened in Mabala Noise. They had like 13 artists competing for limited resources, right? The top ones, they blew up, right? But then there's artists we even forgot were signed to Mabala Noise. See, I can't even remember some names. Like, I know the face I'm thinking of.
Name was signed, Zakwe was signed there.
You see, here we go, right?
Who are these people?
But when we think of Mabala Noise, who blew up in
I also
Mabala
don't know these
Noise,
people.
Like, you don't like
see?
yo, is that because
Also,
another thing
was it
about
the same? Sorry, my fault.
Ricky
With
or
Ambitious
something,
or nah?
Ambitious.
Same story.
I'm asking. I don't know.
Similar story. They worked together, had changed some artists, a whole wishy situation. But yeah.
Because
with Ambitious, it's more like. It's like tricky. It's like, okay, as a guy, I'm making a music parallel with like life. As a guy, let's say like you look average now, né? Then like you go get a 6-pack, you become a billionaire. You have a girlfriend like in this process, né? And you have a 6-pack, you have a girlfriend, and like get a 6-pack, get a knock and everything like that, and a fresh cut, whatever. Every flaw you think you ever had, you go and fix it. The type of girl you're gonna think you should be getting is gonna be different. I'm thinking, nah, I need the baddest of baddies from IG, not this girl that was with me since high school.
Oh yeah.
And that's how I feel like with like most record label fallouts become. They get signed as like you are nobody with like 10,000 Yana followers.
Yeah.
So you're gonna take anything to give you any scrap like now whatever. Now I'm big. I want more, but the contract doesn't say that. Like the one that you agreed to at the time when you were hungry doesn't say that now I should be giving you this, or like there's still some years you have to fill out before it's like giving you anything else or change your contract. But now since you that guy now, you want change now, and then it becomes a whole thing.
Yeah. So the message for the artist is you read the contract number one, but also you must figure out what you want as an artist, right? Yeah. Because the record label can put you on, but then now you need to think about that contract, that 6-album contract or what. So now we need to be smart about that as well. As artists, we need to be smart about that. If you're not going to put in the work that the record label will put in, sure, go for the record label, but be smart with it, right? Don't just sign here. Don't just sign here, you know?
Yeah, don't just put
That's another issue because then you'll get surprised when the record label says you owe them 3 million rand. And you're like, what? Now you think people are out to get you, but no, my guy, you signed it. You gave it away. Right? Dog. So let's empower ourselves.
Yeah, just read before you sign.
No, definitely.
Need to read.
That's why I think like his agency comes along as well, because record labels as well. Yeah. It's not like the record label itself does all the work. They get contracts like for agencies. Like they get these guys to do it for them. They work for them. Like they did a middleman, but then like artists that don't have the information. Like, oh, where can I go find like a marketing guy, management guy, like they are out there like him as well. So like,
but you know it's actually funny though, right? A lot of record labels in recent years have now taken the role of like a distributor.
Yeah,
right.
Literally, that's all they
do. So like you have like your Casper, even like what's Russ, right? He's not signed to a label, but you look at his music on Apple Music at the bottom, it says published by Universal, right? So now even record labels are changing with the times. They know what's happening, right?
They're cutting costs.
So, but I think honestly, as artists, like just do your research, right? If this is something you want to get into, do your research. But most importantly, like equip yourself with skills, right? Equip yourself with the skills that a record label would give you, or whatever, or even like network. Though that's another thing I want to talk about. Networking is a big thing. Like as an artist, you're gonna go to a gig now. Like I would perform before you. If you thought he was hard, now go talk to him. You know, like you'll meet so many people, managers or everything. Like networking is a really important thing, right?
Especially with rappers. Rappers have pride. Like get over the pride thing. Like nothing wrong. Like like I like your music. Like
and like that whole beef type of a thing.
Yeah, now because now like I'm a rapper, you're a rapper. Like nah, like.
Yeah, it's the same thing of starting a brand, because I'm starting a brand and my boy starts a brand. Now it's like this competition.
And that's why we probably have two different goals now. Like, why are we competing, bro?
Like a NastyC type of a thing where like both of them don't know why this beef.
Wait, Jens, hold on. Let's settle it. Okay, now we're not selling it.
Let's settle
it. Who's better? Nasty or A-Reece?
Bro, I have to take the glasses.
No.
It's a simple question.
As a brand in general.
I'm just gonna say one thing. I'm just gonna say one thing.
The answer is NastyC. Thank you.
I'm gonna say one thing with that.
Okay. Yeah.
A-Reece has been rapping
nice,
about the same stuff since I was in grade 8. I'm sure every Reece album there's like 3 or 4 songs. Kush crumbs on my brand new shoes. There's always a whole EP on like just smoking weed. NastyC. At least we grew with him. We found out about his mom died. There's a Zulu guy from Ilovo. There's this girl that broke his heart. He's dating her now again. There's a whole album back there. It was basically about some girl that broke his heart. We found out it was Sammy on Strings and Bling. They back together. Things are smooth. Now he's a dad. He lost it there by Zulman with some power. But like now he's a dad with this new album. Like you see, like it's like you grew with this guy. Like Reece has been making like the same type of music that I've been listening to in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there's no growth in and he's super talented. Like that guy is fire, but I feel like there's no in terms of the musical and artistic perspective, there's been no growth from my opinion from that guy. He can rap, he can out rap a lot of people, but like in a music point of view, he hasn't grown.
Yeah. And another common thing I've noticed that I'm not bashing, his music is really good. He's talented. A lot of people like who do the same thing that he does, like his music, like stoners. I know a lot of stoners who love Reece.
I feel like sometimes supporters have a weird attachment to these public figures just because he smokes weed. And now I smoke it a lot too. Now you feel like you're closer to him just because you also smoke weed. Like, relax. You know,
and that's something
down,
that
NastyC
highlighted on this podcast, where it's like, listen, people will say that, like, people's fans, maybe like A-Reece fans will say, yo, nah, you better than like A-Reece here, but like we still stick with A-Reece. Is that loyalty?
Yeah, it's loyalty.
Is that loyalty?
And it's like relatability, I guess, to like that fact that like this, like,
because now the problem with NastyC is that, like, okay, sharp A-Reece, there's no growth, Mara. You can see like that type of person he is.
Yeah.
But then come
NastyC, touchable, like A-Reece is my friend. Type
come NastyC, he's good. Single Flings was good. Okay, I don't want to bash or anything there, but then is that versatility thing, you sometimes lose people and be like, hey bro, like what are you doing?
Like stick to one thing.
Yeah, like stick to one thing.
I disagree. I feel like sometimes using people is not a bad thing. They wish you to holding you down. Because for me, genuinely, with NastyC, now, like, even like putting him in the label or like category of a rapper, now, I say he's an all-round artist now, right? You look at how he's moving, right?
Yes.
But even like some of the songs in the most recent album, right? Like, sure, there's some songs where like, okay, this is hip-hop, right? But there's some songs where you like bopping with it. You like
a global sound.
This is like R&B. Like, what is this? You know. Yeah. So, but Jenny, I think that's what a whole lot of artists needs. I'm gonna take this back to the Amapiano chat story, right? Yeah. But like Jenny, sometimes you need to adapt, and if you're gonna flow with it, then you'll flow well, right? Lemonades, NastyC, that verse on Lemonades, Zaba 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 Zaba. Come on. Come on. Like who comes up with that? That's my chat, right?
On Lemonade with AKA.
That's my chat, but like you got to be versatile with it. But see, that's the nice thing about South Africa. We have so many things you can take inspiration from. And even me, if the inspiration hits me, now I'll make an Amapiano song one time.
Okay, wait, no.
One time, I'll come with it.
Okay, so NastyC.
Me?
Yeah.
50-50.
Bro, don't say, bro.
You're shaking, my guy.
Look into the camera and say.
You're shaking,
Look into the camera and say.
Bro, but the thing is, I do be listening to A-Reece a lot and NastyC a lot as well.
Anyway,
okay. That's like saying LeBron James or Michael Jordan.
Who,
that's like saying Pirates or
the answer to that question is LeBron James.
No.
Let's leave it.
You know, but like, let's say you were to go to with the like maybe would you take NastyC or A-Reece for dinner?
NastyC or A-Reece? I'm taking Casper in your vest.
Bro.
Okay.
But not, bro. They both good, bro.
I'm gonna try again. Man.
Boy, okay, spend a day with
you. Who would you rather bring on this podcast? NastyC or A-Reece?
PG the main.
Ooh, no. Okay, me personally, NastyC. Okay. But I know the episode that's gonna blow up is A-Reece.
Okay,
but I'm chasing.
No. This guy's gonna come.
Yeah. Okay, NastyC.
NastyC.
Reece.
Wait, why? He never said why.
Yeah, I just ate for these.
Oh, you just prefer Reece?
Just
okay.
straight.
Okay. Wait, but I think also because A-Reece is more like lyric, like his wordplay is more like he's more like he's more of a lyricist. Yeah. But NastyC can be like I feel like NastyC like has punchlines. Like bars, like that was cool. But like A-Reece would tell a story. Yeah.
Reece,
I don't know.
His strongest point is his lyricism, right? And I do give it. I give that to him over NastyC.
But
he's not. His lyricism isn't that much better than NastyC for me to be like to consider that only consider that factor only. Yeah. It's not that much of a gap. Whereas NastyC kills him in a lot of other departments. Yeah. Where it's like
Nah, I feel like shout out to Reece. Like they both super talented.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, man. I was listening to Reece in the morning.
We gotta acknowledge that definitely. I mean, there's a nice heartbreak song for back in the day. You know, when a man was down bad by Reece, that held it down and he went hard with it. No, not even that one.
On the Paradise album.
No. It's on the. It's called We Both Know Better. Go check it out.
To my ex.
It's the same, bro. And she put it on her Instagram story, bro. She still wants me. I'm joking. Nah, but like, genuinely, not taking away. I think they both brilliant artists, you know. But I think just looking at it from, you know, the monetary point of view, you know, A-Reece is attracting a very specific group of people. NastyC, I feel like, is also attracting a specific group of people, but it's a wider audience, you know. It goes down to your intention. I feel like with A-Reece, he's making music because he loves it and he has something to say, right? And I asked the question, like, can you make a hit though? I don't feel like A-Reece is trying to make a hit, you know. I feel like he's in the studio and he's just venting, you know. With Nasty, I get some of the songs where he's venting. I get some songs where it's like, now I know for a fact when he rapped this, he was thinking, what's it gonna sound like on a Friday afternoon driving down Santon playing on Kaya FM? Like you can already tell. You know?
You guys, you artists think deep, yo.
Dog.
This is the whole time. Like me, I can't just decide next week, yo, you know what, I wanna let's try this odd thing. Cause yo, you guys, it's a whole starting into it. But going back to like A-Reece.
NastyC or A-Reece, yeah.
Now me, I prefer NastyC, you know, because of who I am in a way that like I'm different and I want growth, you know. But A-Reece is more that type of a person who wants fans that are loyal, and NastyC is that one who just wants to increase. You understand?
I hear that take, but at the same time I disagree. But continue.
Yeah, in a sense that like A-Reece is just like what Chep was saying is that like he's just been rapping the same thing since 5 years. You understand?
And I hear
that. Nah, but there are songs there and there.
Like you ask Sia now why he just says nah. Like, you know, you just he's that loyalty to a point that like yo I can't tell you. You understand? There's no reason for you going to buy Nike now. It's like, you know, I just like Nike, you know. But like NastyC, he just wants to build that fan base in the sense that like there's a reason to why you need to like Nasty. You can't just say NastyC in jail. NastyC is out here. What's your reason? You understand? Yeah. But me personally, I prefer NastyC.
Yeah.
You know, I also feel like A-Reece is too ahead of his time for this country. Like that's a personal opinion. Hear me out though. Hear me out, because I watched the live performance. That cotton face on where they cut him off there. Sure. I watched that live performance, right? And like immediately when the performance started, how you went into it, right? The only performance that I've seen live where I'm like, okay, no, you coming with a similar vibe, right? Was I think it was 2018 at Global Citizen when Beyonce and Jay-Z came on, right? Yeah. They had like a whole backstory to their performance, a whole set, right? And I feel like that's what A-Reece came with. And he was the only artist that entire day who came with a set. Like he took his craft seriously, right? So even with that, I feel like A-Reece, like, he's like a Kendrick Lamar type of guy, right?
True, yeah.
He's like a Kendrick Lamar type of guy, or like J. Cole type of guy. They're making really specific music for really specific
it's not
people.
And maybe a specific time as well.
And it's either you'll mess with it or you're not going to mess with it. Yeah. But in a specific time as well, right? Like, I'm not going to get married and listen to Kendrick Lamar, bro. Like, I can't think of a Kendrick Lamar.
You say his music is the type of music you listen to at a specific stage of your life.
Yeah, specific stage of your life or specific like mind state, you know. For example, like, you know, you're attacking the day, you know, you're about to attack the day. You can listen to some A-Reece for some confidence, you know. Get some courage, you know. You're breaking up with your ex, you could listen to some A-Reece for some nice playful you know, just genuine stuff like that, you know. But I mean, at the end of the day, like,
I know.
It's personal preference. Yeah. I personally, I'll put them on the same level. I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I'll say A-Reece, but like, if you had to ask me, for example, at your funeral, what song you asked to play between A-Reece and NastyC, I'd say NastyC. Because I just feel like overall, he's like,
okay. But like, wait, why you?
That's like
yeah, that's bad. Like, why are you playing him when you die?
Oh, no. Okay, wrong example. Listen. What I'm saying is, right now in my life, right now, and you said Reece or Nasty, I'll be like, okay, Reece song, because I just feel like NastyC isn't really like hitting like he used to. Yeah. But overall, I'd say NastyC.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Overall, as an artist, NastyC. As
an artist, as a brand in general, like NastyC. But right now, I'm saying Reece.
I'd also play Reece. I'll say that. But I like NastyC.
So better rapper. No, not okay. Rapper, we said Reece, but overall, Nasty.
It's like Nasty for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's confusing, but like.
Okay.
Yeah.
No way.
Because it's one thing to be able to rap, but it's one thing to make music. It's not the same. There's rappers and there's rap artists.
Yeah.
You see, like Lucas raps and there's like this Blackie. Like,
Yeah.
there's a reason why like one is
Oh,
like,
and a lot of people say Blackie carried on that song they made.
Big time slapper.
Yeah.
Big time slap.
I think Lucas carried.
Lucas
Remember the
Lucas
whole
was
rapping.
the whole
Lucas.
niggas listen different. That
Yeah,
that was tough. No, like that was tough. Yeah, that one. But anyways,
Hey,
you guys in the comment section will let us know who you think is better between Reece and NastyC. Yeah. Should I throw in the other one that we just had now? Guys, who's better between Drake and Kendrick Lamar? Let's have it in the comment section.
What? How you gonna put that match?
Yeah, because we're just arguing
Lamar.
that who's better. So you guys let us know who you think is better between Drake and Kendrick. Most of us are saying Drake. I think
it's the minority.
yeah, there's the weird guys who are saying Kendrick, bro. Like,
Yeah.
what?
But
You know what I mean? But anyways, I think we like.
nah, see, I wanted to say something.
I wanted to ask that
yeah.
why. Okay, never mind.
Nah. Okay, you wanted to ask why do artists tend to go into record labels instead of starting themselves as a brand?
Yes.
It's a shortcut.
It's a shortcut.
In simple terms, it's a shortcut. Like, becoming an artist or musician, it's a lot of investing in yourself. Like, it's a lot, and a lot of people
Time
don't have
and money,
that capital as well. Like, it's time and money, and it's a lot of money. Studio time, graphic designers, sound engineers to mix and master. That's before the music is even finished. When it's done, marketing it, that boost button you saw on social media, Instagram.
Yeah.
It's 100 rand for one day. You know, like, what's that gonna do? It's a, and that's not even that's not even like marketing. That's just promotion. There's a lot that goes behind like marketing as well. So like, it's very expensive.
Yeah.
Okay, but then for you as a person, you, I feel like being on your own is better in the long run.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's
Because the
true.
thing is that like if you hear of people who are under record labels and then those record labels were like
Follow.
because especially like if you look at like Casper and your verse one, Treehouse, no, not Treehouse,
Family
Tree.
Family Tree, yeah.
When you had Tejo and
Nadia Nakai.
Nadia Nakai, Gemini,
Chad the Don.
Shut it down.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
What happened to
You
you?
see?
See, you're like asking questions like that. What happened to
Yeah.
you? But at that short time, you were popping like you're like Tejo with that Hennessy song.
Yeah. Hennessy. Yeah, that's all.
There's a question. Isn't Tshisa like independent now?
Yeah, he's independent.
I feel like you released a project not too long ago, probably like
did,
last year, 2 years ago. I loved it. Like, I like the whole like quality of it, right? But I didn't see it blow up. Like personally, I liked it, but I didn't see it blow up.
Marketing wasn't there too much.
Yeah.
He didn't do it too much.
Like people don't even when I say Altito, people are like who? No one remembers Altito.
I remember
that guy. Oh gosh,
I'm a hip hop fan, so like
Yeah.
Eltino's
Nah,
fire.
and
Like,
the thing is like right now I was scrolling on YouTube and I'm like, oh he does podcasts as well, and I tune in and I'm like, alright bro, he's still
and not everyone can contribute into like music the same way. You know what I'm saying? So like, he's doing his thing with the podcasting.
Yeah.
Some people do graphic design. You know?
Yeah. So
graphic design, bro.
I don't know, like.
Artists who used to rap now.
I don't know artists that like, but people
like
do
people
it.
just
So
go
like-
into it.
Oh, people just go.
Yeah, like if you're like interested in music, like
yeah.
being behind the mic isn't the only way. Like that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
Yeah.
like the same,
Being-
like,
I wonder, like, one thing with me, like, especially when I first started out, like, I literally used to be my producer, my mastering guy, my graphic designer, my A&R, like, I used to be all of that. Now, like I said, with networking, I've met people who can help me with that, you know, and I sort of delegate, you know, but, like, just going back there, you know, I've learned to, like, hey, be a jack of all trades and master of some. You know?
I'm not sure if you guys have been tuning in, but we normally have we started it like back in episode 5. I'm so sorry. Word of the day, we're gonna continue it, but with a twist from the artists that are watching right now. What would be from your, because you guys are artists and you're a brand helping artists make it out, your advice for them that are starting up, you know, anything that you can share that you learned?
I think what I've learned and still learning on this journey, the most important thing is like consistency and like hard work, and like have like set goals that like you know, like don't let anyone else say, like have goals that you want to reach, like small milestones, and always celebrate them. Like getting 100 monthly listeners on Spotify isn't like a small thing compared to Black. It might seem very minute, but like there's 100 people listening to you every month. That's a lot of people. 100 people every month are jamming your song. Even if it's 10, like there's 10 individuals who could be doing anything.
But they're listening to
and
you.
they have gang options. They don't have to, but they still choose to listen to your music every month. Like that's like a small milestone you should celebrate. So like small milestones, always celebrate them. don't kill your joy by comparing yourself to other artists. That's what like a lot of artists do. Like they kill their joy, like but I don't have 100, I don't have 1,000. Always celebrate the little milestones you reach, and always trust your process and the goals you set.
Yeah.
Reach them. No one else's.
That's tough.
Well, from me, honestly speaking, man, like number one, you gotta own your thing. Yeah, whatever you do, like even aside from being a musician, whatever you do, you must own it. Yeah, make sure you work to being the best in that field. Right, hip hop is very competitive, music is competitive. Work to be the best, right? But aside from that, like generally, I feel like people shouldn't be scared to fail, like scared to, drop a trash track or whatever. Like at the end of the day, it's about growing as an artist, Don't be scared to experiment in those spaces. But in terms of my advice, like the only thing I have to say genuinely is networking, right? I feel like artists need to network more, right? Establish those relationships, but even learn from people, You don't have to network just for someone to do something for you, but you can network because of what you can learn from someone, just part of the panel today, I'm learning a lot from the guys here, the other rappers here, the different musicians, the different people on the panel, but genuinely networking. But last but not least, always have faith in yourself, bro. Genuinely, like, keep going, keep pressing, no matter the circumstance. Don't give up. Like, if this is what you really want, don't give up, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I have to say.
Yeah.
Then I'm just gonna keep it short and just say make money. Just make money.
That's very good,
Okay,
man.
not like
I like,
do nothing.
no,
but
I like what
respect
you
that,
what you said is tough on the networking and see because also on Boyz Aloud, there was a time where I used to be like that. One episode used to get 100, another 700. But imagine 100 people in your house alone, or 700 people. So it's like a lot.
You can't even imagine that, like in your house, like
It's a lot. So
it's a lot.
if you guys enjoyed the first performance, don't leave too soon. It's gonna be a performance at the end.
And I just want to say, don't forget to tap into the older.
Yeah.
You guys must check out his agency. What's the name?
NDMH.
NDMH.
Yeah, for real.
And we will put the things in the description for any young artists that are watching. Then go check out.
The name is Luba. I'm available on all digital streaming platforms. Instagram, can you follow me? Put Luba the Goat, you'll find me. Twitter, Facebook, everything. TikTok, I'm right there. But yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Trap Norris, not Chuck Norris. Trap Norris. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok under the name Trap Norris, all of the Trap Norris, and on all the streaming platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, all of them.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is kind of a crazy one, so don't forget to share your thoughts down in the comment section. And yeah, just type in, join the family. Don't forget to check out the
merch and the guys.
Yeah.
And before you go, we're still gonna have the last performance by.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Yeah.
You don't wanna mess it up. Trust you don't
Big
wanna.
things coming. I'm telling you.
But hey, gents, I wish nothing but the best for you guys, man.
Thanks.
With
Yeah,
the whole
for
thing,
real,
bro.
for real. All of you. All of you. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for tapping in. Yeah.
Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, let's go. Hey, yeah. Check it. Go. Hey, listen, I want a big thigh, big heart, what I'm talking about. I be seeing how you move, so what you frontin' about. I be thinking about you, what you thinking about. Cause I've been having dirty thoughts running all around. Lights out, girl, lights out. All night, till you burn out. Run away, we can settle for a big house. Go to Cali or New York like you was dreaming about. Straight up, I be steady trying to focus. But you be moving real slick and yeah, I notice. But I was up cause I've been living in the moment. But could you really even tell me what's your motive? Lights out, girl, lights out. All night, till you burn out. Big talk, let me see what you really about. Running back, I could make you need a timeout. Pull up to my place on a Sunday. Tell your moms you be back by the Monday. Sun's out, we don't care what the sun say. We'll be at it all night like a Friday. Pull up to my place on a Sunday. Tell your moms you be back by the Monday. Sun's out, we don't care what the sun say. We'll be at it all night like a Friday. Pull up to my place, you be just fine. Rainy days, I could show you a little sunshine. Walk on water, I go have you girl on cloud 9. Take your mind off the things for a little while. Or the lady, but she aging like some fine wine. No mistake, cause all I do, look, I just do it right. Drop the location, cause he said she wanna get high. So we about to take flight. I want me an Insta baddie. Go skin with the hair that snappy, sun kiss, don't miss. Want me an Insta savage, making B as she know she packing. And I just gotta look, I'll be on my back. See, I ain't even gotta tell you that. back, cause that's the man that I is. Need me a running back, yeah, a girl who will run it back and do it all on the tip. And then I told her, pull up to my place on a Sunday. Tell your moms you be back by the Monday. Sun's out, we don't care what the sun say. We be out it all night like a Friday. Pull up to my place on a Sunday. Tell your moms you be back by the sun's out, we don't care what the sun say. We be out it all night like a Friday. Hey, some people go speak, some people go preach, but if because you know they ain't got nothing on me, that's some power tip from me, the real O&E. I'm moving too fast, they can only feel the breeze. I'm a real O&E, one of a kind. Give me like 5 minutes, I'll take you to paradise. Man, what a life, yeah, and it's exciting. We in the fast lane, riding to my liking. So what's the destination? Well, to the top, and I say the words with exclamation. We popping bottles, cause every day it's a celebration. We thanking God, cause every day we in mesmeration. I call it dedication. We at the top and you'll never see an application. I'm at the front and they follow me like a congregation. We breaking records, there's no time for calculations. Pull up to my place on a Sunday. Tell your moms you be back by the Monday. Sun's out, we don't care what the sun say. We be out it all night like a Friday. Pull up to my place on a Sunday. Tell your moms you be back by the Monday. Sun's out, we don't care what the sun say. We be out it all night like a Friday. Yo, one love, Luba the GOAT on all streaming platforms. See you soon.